A few weeks ago, a young man came to me. Well, no, it didn't happen like that. My barber mentioned that there was some discussion about an activity that may go on in the community as it relates to recognizing barbers and beauticians in the community. And I said to myself, that's a good idea, because oftentimes, and too often, we don't think about the role that barbers and beauticians play in our community, in our lives, in our churches, and what have you. So this guy by the name of Johnny Roquemore, conceptualized that, hey, we ought to have an activity, he ought to have an activity called the Pioneers of Barbers and Beauticians. And I thought that was such an excellent idea, because they kind of deserve the attention. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, and as I said, I have with me today Mr. Johnny Roquemore, who is the conceptualizer of this event called the first annual Pioneers of Hair and Barbering. So just tell us why that kind of came to your mind.
Well, basically, what I wanted to do is that, the Bonner brothers up in Atlanta basically have a big show going on up there, and none of the people in Macon are being honored. And so ever since I was a little guy here in Macon, Georgia, I always felt that these guys never got the kind of recognition, and ladies never got the kind of recognition that they so richly deserve. So that's where the idea came from, was why don't we award our people and start doing an annual thing that brings in all the barbers and beauticians.
That's outstanding. Now, I understand that was a barber, who kind of influenced you and who had really played an important part in your life.
Yes, Mr. King, several barbers that really played a part in my life, because I was able to get a rapport with them through, getting my actual haircuts there. Mr. Harold was actually my first barber, even though he nicked my ear that first time. That's something I always remember. It was by accident. He got caught in a conversation. But Mr. King, as we moved, my mom moved in different areas. We got the closest barber, and Mr. King cut my hair for years, and then Mr.
Hardy.
Mr. Hardy Cole. How could I forget that name? Mr. Hardy Cole, who was really a great influence to me, and for as the influence and the impact he had on my life is that he was also an advisor. You could sit there for the haircut and also get some great advice.
And see, that's one of the reasons that these individuals ought to be recognized, because they've had long time positive influence on not only young people and youth, but also adults, because I'm sure that there are a lot of adults, who go to a barber or a beautician, who talk to their barber or their beautician and get counsel and consolation. And oftentimes we don't think about, the role that barbers and beauticians have played in our lives and in our community. And I think we need to emphasize, and this is under the auspices of J-Rock Productions, which is Johnny Roquemore's company. And then we need to emphasize that it's an annual thing.
Yes.
You got literally hundreds, of barbers and beauticians that ought to be recognized. So if we don't get them this year, we'll get them next year, because this is the first annual. So talk a little bit about the event.
Exactly. What we want to do is, if you look around, once you're walking around Macon, the craftsmanship of the barbers and the beautician here is outstanding. I see some young ladies with some hairstyle out of this world, and they're really, really nice. And my barber, Mr. Kendall, over at Just Right Barbershop.
And Womack, we both got fresh cuts today.
Womack. These guys have been in this craft for years, and so this event right here is to finally bring the kind of recognition to the hair industry here in Macon that is necessary to exalt it to another level.
Right. Talk about the people that are being honored.
Well, some of the people that are being honored, and we couldn't honor everybody, as you said. We would have had like a 10-hour show.
Yeah,
We wanted to get everybody, but what we wanted to do in this first annual one is to get the people who actually we felt started this industry here, who really put this industry here on the map. And some of the people are Mr. Walter Johnson.
Okay.
He's one of the originators that most male barbers say is one of the originators here in Macon, Georgia. Mr. King, Hardy Cole, of course, Mr. Robert Tubb, in the female hair, Miss Ida Bale. Miss Ida Bale Burns. She is, from what I hear, she is one of the originators, had a school or something of that nature that started teaching young black girls how to actually get their hair done, how to do hair, before it was required of a license. So we have a host of people. Miss Sheena King, Mango, she will be on there, and Sheena suffered from cancer. And nobody knows the longevity when you're battling that disease, and I think it'll be a good thing to recognize her, even though she has been in that industry for over 30 years.
Right.
So.
And there are going to be several more. We got Miss Ruth Swint, who has been around, and Miss Mildred Morris, and of course, I don't know whether you knew Cicero or not, Cicero Riggins, but he was a mainstay here as a barber. Homer Kane, Miss Lucille Claw, a lot of people know her, and then
Mr. Hillman, John Hillman.
Yeah, John Hillman, and Miss Marion Wumble. So we're going to really honor several. Roquemore Productions is, and the Black Pages is kind of serving as a marketing vehicle for that. So now talk about the event and where it's going to be and how it's going to be.
Okay, we've solicited the Alexander Ballroom to do this event, and we are going to do it November 11th, which is Veterans Day. I think that's a holiday for most people. And the doors will open at 6:30 p.m. And we're going to try to kick the show off right about 7:15 p.m. And we will have food there. You can BYOB, bring your own bottle if you like. We only going to have lemonade and tea. Because this is most of those people that are being honored are Christian people. So we want to keep it. We want to keep it clean. And we got Jacko on the event. He's been on, from my understanding, BET, Comic View. He's one of your suggested.
Jacko's a bum. He's a great guy.
And he's a barber.
See, that's what he's been cutting hair. Although he's from the Fort Valley, Warner Robins area, we're going to interview him on another note soon. But he's a phenomenal guy. Everybody knows him. And although he's a comedian, he can take it from any angle because you got a lot of Christians there, just like you said.
Right.
So he will be the MC. Now, what about the cost?
Well,